Part 17, Chapter 21, Al-Abanya, the Prophets. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, their reckoning draws nigh to men, and they turn away in heedlessness. There comes not to them a new reminder from their Lord, but they hear it while they sport. Their hearts trifling, and they, the wrongdoers, counsel in secret. He is nothing but a mortal like yourselves. Will you then yield to enchantment while you see? He said, My Lord knows every utterance in the heaven and the earth, and he is the hearer, the knower. Nay, say they, medleys of dreams. Nay, he has forged it. Nay, he is a poet. So let him bring to us a sign, such as the former prophets were sent with. Not a town believed before them which we destroyed. Will they then believe? And we sent not before thee any but men to whom we sent revelation. So ask the followers of the reminder if you know not. Nor did we give them bodies, not eating food, nor did they abide. Then we made our promise good to them, so we delivered them, and whom we pleased, and we destroy the extravagant. Certainly we have revealed to you a book, which will give you eminence. Do you not then understand? And how many a town which was iniquitous did we demolish, and we raised up after it another people. So when they felt our might, lo, they began to flee from it. Flee not, and return to the easy lives which you led, and to your dwellings, that you may be questioned. They said, O woe to us! Surely we were unjust, and this cry of theirs ceased not, till we made them cut off, extinct. And we created not the heaven and the earth, and what is between them for sport. Had we wished to take a pastime, we would have taken it from before ourselves. By no means would we do so. Nay, we hurl the truth against falsehood, so it knocks out its brains, and lo, it vanishes. And woe to you for what you describe, and to him belongs whoever is in the heavens and the earth. And those who are with him are not too proud to serve him, nor are they weary. They glorify him night and day. They flag not. Or have they taken gods from the earth who give life? If there were in them gods besides Allah, they would both have been in disorder. So glory be to Allah, the Lord of the throne, being above what they describe. He cannot be questioned as to what he does, and they will be questioned. Or have they taken gods besides him? Say, bring your proof. This is the reminder of those with me and the reminder of those before me. Nay, most of them know not the truth, so they turn away. And we sent no messenger before thee, but we revealed to him that there is no God but me, so serve me. And they say the Beneficent has taken to himself a son. Glory be to him. Nay, they are honored servants. They speak not before he speaks, and according to his command they act. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they intercede not except for him whom he approves, and for fear of him they tremble. And whoever of them should say, I am a god besides him, such a one we recompense with hell. Thus we reward the unjust. Do not those who disbelieve see that the heavens and the earth were closed up, So we rent them, and we made from water everything living. Will they not then believe? And we made firm mountains in the earth, lest it be convulsed with them. And we made in it wide ways, that they might follow a right direction. And we have made the heaven a guarded canopy, yet they turn away from its signs. And he it is who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon, all float in orbits. And we granted abiding forever to no mortal before thee. If thou diest, will they abide? Every soul must taste of death, and we test you by evil and good by way of trial. And to us you are returned. And when those who disbelieve see thee, they treat thee not, but with mockery. Is this he who speaks of your gods? And they deny when the beneficent God is mentioned. Man is created of haste. Soon I will show you my signs, so ask me not to hasten them. And they say, when will this threat come to pass? If you are truthful. If those who disbelieve, but knew the time when they will not be able to ward off the fire from their faces, nor from their backs, and they will not be helped. Nay, it will come to them all of a sudden and confound them, so they will not have the power to avert it, nor will they be respited. And messengers before thee were indeed mocked. So there befell those of them who scoffed, that whereat they scoffed. Say, who guards you by night and by day from the beneficent? Nay, they turn away at the mention of their Lord. Or have they gods who can defend them against us? They cannot help themselves, nor can they be defended from us. Nay, we gave provision to these and their fathers until life was prolonged to them. See they not then that we are visiting the land, curtailing it of its sides? Can they then prevail? Say, I warn you, only by revelation, and the deaf hear not the call when they are warned. And if a blast of the chastisement of thy Lord were to touch them, they would say, Oh, woe to us! Surely we were unjust. And we will set up a just balance on the day of resurrection, so no soul will be wronged in the least. And if there be the weight of a grain of mustard seed, we will bring it. And sufficient are we to take account. And certainly we gave Moses and Aaron the criterion, and a light and a reminder for those who keep from evil, who fear their Lord in secret, and they are fearful of the hour. And this is a blessed reminder, which we have revealed. Will you then deny it? And certainly we gave Abraham his rectitude before, and we knew him well. When he said to his sire and his people, What are these images to whose worship you cleave? They said, We found our fathers worshiping them. He said, Certainly you have been, you and your fathers, in manifest error. They said, Hast thou brought us the truth, or art thou of the jesters? He said, Nay, your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, who created them, and I am of those who bear witness to this. And by Allah, I will certainly plan against your idols after you go away, turning your backs. So he broke them into pieces, except the chief of them, that haply they might return to it. They said, Who has done this to our gods? Surely he is one of the unjust. They said, We heard a youth who is called Abraham speak of them. They said, Then bring him before the people's eyes. Perhaps they may bear witness. They said, Hast thou done this to our gods, O Abraham? He said, Surely someone has done it. The chief of them is this. So ask them if they can speak. Then they turned to themselves and said, Surely you yourselves are wrongdoers. Then they were made to hang down their heads. Thou knowest indeed that they speak not. He said, Serve you then besides Allah what does you no good nor harms you? Fie on you and on what you serve besides Allah. Have you no sense? They said, Burn him and help your gods if you're going to do anything. We said, O fire, be coolness and peace for Abraham. And they intended a plan against him, but we made them the greater losers. And we delivered him and Lot, directing them to the land which we had blessed for the nations. And we gave him Isaac and Jacob, a son's son, and we made them all good. And we made them leaders who guided people by our command. And we revealed to them the doing of good and the keeping up of prayer and the giving of alms. And us alone they served. And to Lot we gave wisdom and knowledge, and we delivered him from the town which wrought abomination. Surely they were an evil people, transgressors. And we admitted him to our mercy. Surely he was of the righteous. And Noah, when he cried aforetime, so we answered him and delivered him and his people from the great calamity. And we helped him against the people who rejected our messages. Surely they were an evil people, so we drowned them all. And David and Solomon, when they gave judgment concerning the field, when the people's sheep strayed therein by night, and we were bearers of witness to their judgment. So we made Solomon to understand it, and to each of them we gave wisdom and knowledge, and we made the mountains declaring our glory, and the birds subservient to David, and we were the doers. And we taught him the making of coats of mail for you, to protect you in your wars. Will you then be grateful? And to Solomon we subdued the wind blowing violent, pursuing its course by his command, to the land which we had blessed, and we are ever knower of all things. And of the devils there were those who dived for him, and did other work besides that, and we kept guard over them. And Job, when he cried to his Lord, Distress has afflicted me, and thou art the most merciful of those who show mercy. So we responded to him and removed the distress he had, and we gave him his people and the like of them with them, a mercy from us and a reminder to the worshippers. And Ishmael and Idris and Dulaclif, all were of the patient ones, and we admitted them to our mercy. Surely they were of the good ones. And Dulanan, when he went away in wrath, and he thought that we would not straighten him. So he called out among afflictions, "There is no God but thou. Glory be to thee. Surely I am of the sufferers of loss." So we responded to him and delivered him from grief, and thus do we deliver the believers. And Zacharias, when he cried to his Lord, "My Lord, leave me not alone, and thou art the best of inheritors." So we responded to him and gave him John and made his wife fit for him. Surely they used to vie one with another in good deeds and called upon us, hoping and fearing, and they were humble before us. And she who guarded her chastity, so we breathed into her of our inspiration and made her and her son a sign for the nations. Surely this is your community, is a single community, and I am your Lord, so serve me. And they cut off their affair among them. To us will all return. So whoever does good deeds and is a believer, there is no rejection of his effort, and we surely write it down for him. And it is forbidden to a town which we destroy, they shall not return. Even when Gog and Magog are let loose, and they sally forth from every elevated place, and the true promise draws nigh, and lo, the eyes of those who disbelieve will be fixed open. O woe to us! Surely we were heedless of this, nay, we were unjust. Surely you and what you worship besides Allah are fuel of hell. To it you will come. Had these been gods, they would not have come to it, and all will abide therein. For them their end is groaning, and their end they hear not. For those whom the good has already gone forth from us, they will be kept far off from it, and they will not hear the faintest sound of it, and they will abide in that which their souls desire. The great terror will not grieve them, and the angels will meet them. This is your duty, which you were promised, the day when we roll up heaven like the rolling up of the scroll of writings. As we begun the first creation, we shall reproduce it, a promise binding on us. We shall bring it about. And certainly we wrote in the book, after the reminder, that my righteous servants will inherit the land. Surely in this is a message for a people who serve us, and we have not sent thee, but as a mercy to the nations. Say, it is only revealed to me that your God is one God. Will you then submit? But if they turn back, say, I have warned you in fairness, and I know not whether that which you are promised is near or far. Surely he knows what is spoken openly, and he knows what you hide. And I know not if this may be a trial for you and a provision till a time. He said, My Lord, judge thou with truth, and our Lord is the beneficent, whose help is sought against what you ascribe to him. Chapter 22, Al-Hajj, the pilgrimage. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. O people, keep your duty to your Lord. Surely the shock of the hour is a grievous thing. The day you see it, every woman given suck will forget her suckling, and every pregnant one will lay down her burden, and thou wilt see men as drunken, yet they will not be drunken, but the chastisement of Allah will be severe. And among men is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge, and follows every rebellious devil. For him it is written that whoever takes him for a friend, he will lead him astray and conduct him to the chastisement of the burning fire. O people, if you are in doubt about the resurrection, then surely we created you from dust, then from a small life germ, then from a clot, then from a lump of flesh, complete in make and incomplete, that we may make clear to you. And we cause what we please to remain in the wombs till an appointed time. Then we bring you forth as babies, then that you may attain your maturity. And of you is he who is caused to die, and of you is he who is brought back to the worst part of life, so that after knowledge he knows nothing. And thou seest the earth barren, but when we send down thereon water, it stirs and swells and brings forth a beautiful growth of every kind. That is because Allah, He is the truth, and He gives life to the dead, and He is possessor of power over all things, and the hour is coming. There is no doubt about it, and Allah will raise up those who are in the graves, and among men is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge and without guidance and without an illuminating book. Turn away haughtily to lead me astray from the way of Allah. For him is disgrace in this world, and on the day of resurrection we shall make him taste the punishment of burning. This is for that which thy two hands have seen before, and Allah is not in the least unjust to the servants. And among men is he who serves Allah, standing on the verge, so that if good befalls him, he is satisfied therewith. But if a trial afflicts him, he turns back headlong. He loses this world and the hereafter. That is a manifest loss. He calls besides Allah on that which harms him not, nor benefits him. That is straying far. He calls on him whose harm is nearer than his benefit, certainly an evil guardian and an evil associate. Surely Allah causes those who believe and do good deeds to enter gardens wherein rivers flow. Allah indeed does what he pleases. Whoever thinks that Allah will not assist him in this life and the hereafter, let him raise himself by some means to the heaven, and then let him cut it off. Then let him see if his plan will take away that at which he is enraged. And thus have we revealed it, clear arguments, and Allah guides whom he will. Those who believe, and those who are Jews, and the Sabians, and the Christians, and the Magians, and the polytheists, surely Allah will decide between them on the day of resurrection. Surely Allah is witness over all things. Seest thou not that to Allah makes submission whoever is in the heavens and whoever is in the earth, and the sun and the moon and the stars and the mountain and the trees and the animals and many of the people? And many there are to whom chastisement is due, and he whom Allah abases, none can give him honor. Surely Allah does what he pleases. Prostration. These are two adversaries who dispute about their Lord. So those who disbelieve, for them are cut out garments of fire. Boiling water will be poured out over their heads. With it will be melted what is in their bellies, and their skins as well. And for them are whips of iron. Whenever they desire to go forth from it, from grief, they are turned back into it. And it is says, taste the chastisement of burning. Surely Allah will make those who believe and do good deeds enter gardens wherein flow rivers. They are adorned therein with bracelets of gold and with pearls, and their garments therein are of silk. And they are guided to pure words, and they are guided to the path of the praised one. Those who disbelieve and hinder men from Allah's way and from the sacred mosque, which we have made equally for all men, for the dweller therein and the visitor, and whoever inclines therein to wrong unjustly, we shall make him taste of painful chastisement. And when we appointed to Abraham the place of the house, saying, associate not with me, and purify my house for those who make circuits and stand to pray and bow and prostrate themselves and proclaim to men the pilgrimage. They will come to thee on foot and on every lean camel, coming from every remote path, that they may witness benefits provided for them and mention the name of Allah on appointed days over what he has given them of the cattle quadruples, and then eat of them and feed the distressed one, the needy. Then let them accomplish their needful acts of cleansing, and let them fulfill their vows and go round the ancient house. That shall be so. And whoever respect the sacred ordinance of Allah, it is good for him with his Lord, and the cattle are made lawful for you, except that which is recited to you. So shun the filth of the idols, and shun false words, being upright for Allah, not associating aught with him. And whoever associates aught with Allah, it is as if he had fallen from on high. Then the birds had snatched him away, or the wind had carried him off to a distant place. That shall be so. And whoever respects the ordinances of Allah, this is surely from the piety of hearts. Therein are benefits for you for a term appointed. Then their place of sacrifice is the ancient house. And for every nation we appointed acts of devotion, that they might mention the name of Allah on what he has given them of the cattle quadruple. So your God is one God. Therefore to him should you submit, and give good news to the humble, whose hearts tremble when Allah is mentioned, and who are patient in their afflictions, and who keep up prayer, and spend of what we have given them. And the camels, we have made them of the signs appointed by Allah for you. For you therein is much good. So mention the name of Allah on them standing in a row. Then when they fall down on their sides, eat of them, and feed the contented one and the beggar. Thus have we made them subservient to you, that you may be grateful. Not their flesh, nor their blood reaches Allah, but to him is acceptable observance of duty on your part. Thus has he made them subservient to you, that you may magnify Allah for guiding you aright, and give good news to those who do good to others. Surely Allah defends those who believe. Surely Allah loves not anyone who is unfaithful, ungrateful. Permission to fight is given to those on whom war is made, because they are oppressed. And surely Allah is able to assist them. Those who are driven from their homes without a just cause, except it, they say, our Lord is Allah. And if Allah did not repel some people by others, cloisters and churches and synagogues and mosques in which Allah's name is much remembered would have been pulled down. And surely Allah will help him who helps him. Surely Allah is strong, mighty. Those who, if we establish them in the land, will keep up prayer and pay the poor rate and enjoin good and forbid evil. And Allah's is the end of affairs. And if they reject thee, already before them did the people of Noah and Ad and Thamud reject prophets, and the people of Abraham and the people of Lot and the dwellers of Midian, and Moses too was rejected. But I gave respite to the disbelievers. Then I seized them. So how severe was my disapproval? How many a town we destroyed while it was iniquitous. So it has fallen down upon its roof. And how many a deserted well and palace raised high. Have they not traveled in the land so that they should have hearts with which to understand, or ears with which to hear? For surely it is not the eyes that are blind, but blind are the hearts which are in the breast. And they ask thee to hasten on the chastisement, and Allah by no means fails in his promise. And surely a day with thy Lord is as 1,000 years of what you reckon. And how many a town to which I gave respite while it was unjust, then I seized it, and to me is the return. Say, O people, I am only a plain warner to you. So those who believe and do good, for them is forgiveness and an honorable sustenance. And those who strive to oppose our messages, they are the inmates of the flaming fire. And we never sent a messenger or a prophet before thee, but when he desired. And the devil made a suggestion respecting his desire. But Allah annuls that which the devil casts. Then does Allah establish his messages, and Allah is knowing, wise, that he may make what the devil casts a trial for those in whose heart is a disease, and the hard-hearted, and surely the wrongdoers are in severe opposition, and that those who have been given knowledge may know that it is the truth from thy Lord, so they should believe in it, that their hearts may be lowly before him. And surely Allah is the guide of those who believe into a right path. And those who disbelieve will not cease to be in doubt concerning it, until the hour overtakes them suddenly, or there comes to them the chastisement of a destructive day. The kingdom on that day is Allah's. He will judge between them. So those who believe and do good will be in gardens of bliss, and those who disbelieve and reject our messages, for them is an amazing chastisement. And those who flee in Allah's way and are then slain or die, Allah will certainly grant them a goodly sustenance, and surely Allah is the best of providers. He will certainly cause them to enter a place which they are pleased with, for surely Allah is knowing, forbearing. That is so. and whoever retaliates with the like of that with which he is afflicted and he is oppressed, Allah will certainly help him. Surely Allah is pardoning, forgiving. That is because Allah causes the night to enter into the day and causes the day to enter into the night. And because Allah is hearing and seeing, that is because Allah is the truth, and that which they call upon besides him, that is the falsehood. And because Allah, he is the high, the great. Seest thou not that Allah sends down water from the cloud, then the earth becomes green? Surely Allah is knower of the subtleties, aware. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. And surely Allah, he is the self-sufficient, the praise. Seest thou not that Allah has made subservient to you all that is in the earth, and the ships gliding in the sea by his command? And he withholds the heaven from falling on the earth, except with his permission. Surely Allah is compassionate, merciful to men. And he it is who brings you to life, and then he causes you to die. Then he will bring you to life. Surely man is ungrateful. To every nation we appointed acts of devotion, which they observe. So let them not dispute with thee in the matter, and call to thy Lord. Surely thou art on a right guidance. And if they contend with thee, say, Allah best knows what you do, and Allah will judge between you on the day of resurrection, respecting that in which you differ. Knowest thou not that Allah knows what is in the heaven and the earth? Surely this is in the book. That is surely easy to Allah. And they serve besides Allah that for which he has not sent any authority, and of which they have no knowledge. And for the unjust there is no helper. And when our clear messages are recited to them, thou wilt notice a denial on the faces of those who disbelieve. They almost attack those who recite to them our messages. Say, shall I inform you of what is worse than this? The fire. Allah has promised it to those who disbelieve, and evil is the resort. O people, a parable is set forth, so listen to it. Surely those whom you call upon besides Allah cannot create a fly, though they should all gather for it. And if the fly carry off aught from them, they cannot take it back from it. Weak are both the invoker and the invoked. They estimate not Allah with his due estimation. Surely Allah is strong, mighty. Allah chooses messengers from angels and from men. Surely Allah is hearing, seeing. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and to Allah are all affairs returned. O you who believe, bow down and prostrate yourselves and serve your Lord, and do good that you may succeed. Prostration. And strive hard for Allah with due striving. He has chosen you and has not laid upon you any hardship in religion. The faith of your father Abraham. He named you Muslims before, and in this, that the messenger may be a bearer of witness to you, and you may be bearers of witness to the people. So keep up prayer and pay the poor rate and hold fast to Allah. He is your protector, excellent the protector, and excellent the helper. May Allah bless this reading of His holy word.